G'day guys, MFWest here, and today we have a Mythic sausage. I'm going to call him a sausage, not Dausegne. We have a Mythic sausage guide. Now, Unholy, I think, does very well on this fight, and if I'm not mistaken, I mean, days can change results, but on the 7th of April, I think Unholy is one of the better specs in that fight because of our ability to snap 4-piece off the ads and just funnel dam. And as the fight length gets shorter, I think Unholy will do quite well. As long as it stays near that 4-minute mark, we can get our second army potentially in there. Now, if you're trying to choose between Unholy and Frost for that fight, I would put Unholy before that. One, if you're progging it for the first time, you're going to be in execute phase for longer. And two, I think Unholy just, if you guys are doing the fight correctly and the ads are getting hit by your raid, the ads won't be up for very long, and Frost loses value there on the 2-target cleave because those ads should be getting slammed by your DPS. Let's be honest. So yeah, I think Unholy is stronger for that funnel single target damage, especially in execute. So let's run through my gear that I'm running for the fight. So nothing really too crazy. This is not exactly what I ran with for the kill that you're going to see. I believe I was 267 item level. Weapon, main stuff was all the same. There's a few pieces that are different, but I did have 4 set on the kill. In terms of my legendaries, I recommend running your deadliest coil, or Deadly Coil, sorry. It's just a very good single target legendary. Dark Transformation doesn't get enough value out of the ad that is up because it gets killed so fast. So yeah, and then Unity, guys, on my boots, very standard stuff here. Talents all serve, especially with 4-piece, is a must. You don't pick anything else. Unholy Blight standard. Asphyxiate, not important. This throws Soul Reaper. Let's be honest, you're never going to pick anything else. Wraithwalk is better than Spell Eater here. Now, Wraithwalk will allow you to get to the sides of the room where you need to in order to get to soak your first Halo on those 3 Halo waves. I will explain that in the rest of the video, but you want to try and get to the points of the fight as soon as possible so that you can get the debuff rolling and then AMS the next 2 hits. Now, once you get hit by the first ring, okay, you're going to want to AMS the next 2. Now, you can do this without Spell Eater, and that's why I'm not recommending Spell Eater for this fight. You can actually eat 2 rings with a singular, normal, regular AMS. Wraithwalk has a lot more value here. Dodging mechanics, dodging the frontal that the boss does. Yeah, I just think Wraithwalk's better in general. The next 2 talents are standard. So, guys, I think I've pretty much covered everything. For conduits, you're going to be running Plague Divisor, and you're going to be running Eternal Hunger, Brutal Grasp, and Convocation. Really standard stuff here. So let's get straight into the video. Let's go. Alrighty guys, here is the fight. Let's get it started. So, sausage Dausegne, however you want to say it. Off the bat, the start of the fight is really important. Okay, so you want to do your rotation. You want to get everything running. Bomb Limb, your Dark Transformation, Unholy Blight, and then you want to look for the Soul Reaper instantly on the crystal. Now, this is hugely important. Okay, so let's run it back. So the crystal you press after you've just pressed your Apocalypse. I press it like on the same GCD, and then you want to Soul Reaper immediately. Now I have had situations where it disappears. I'll get into that in another video, but watch me rise the meters here. You want to make sure that you're always catching Soul Reapers on the ads, because when that Soul Reaper goes off, you want to be tunneling to make sure that Soul Reaper goes off, because you're going to get that 4-piece prop. Now, even though a bomb limb is running, I'm going to move away from the ad to take the wave. Now, you want to AMS the wave at all costs, just to dodge the application of it, get used to it, and it's just free mitigation, and you don't receive a stack. It's fine. That's not important in phase 1, but make sure you're not stacked on anyone. Move into an open space, even if your cooldowns are up, because your damage will speak for itself. Now, look at my damage here on the meters. I'm holding 33k here. The boss is already 80%, so big damn here. Now, I have Unholy Blight, Dark Transformation, and my Apocalypse coming up for this ad. So you want to be apocalypsing, getting that Apocalypse off, and then popping your cooldowns on the ad, Soul Reapering it, dead. Now, this means the rest of your Dark Transformation is going to have a damage amp of 50%. So for some reason my pet does some weird shit over there, so I bring it back in with Pet Leap. I don't know if you guys saw that. It went over to the edge. No idea. The next mechanic for soak is coming out. This is not my soak group, so I'm not going to be taking this at all. And yeah, we're just trying to reduce our, right here, we're trying to reduce our Army of the Dead transformation. CD by spamming death coils. Now, next ad is about to come out. Unfortunately, we do not have too much for this, but before that, we have the first absorb phase. Now, this is my AMZ, and when your runes are on cooldown here, you want to be using your Fleshcraft to get your mastery buff back up and just getting some mitigation out. So that is the best time to use your Fleshcraft, not when all your runes are down. That is a good time to do it. So I have everything here. I'm going to Unholy Blight, Dark Transformation, and we're going to go through the attack on the ad here. Again, Soul Reapering it. Now move away from the ad and stand into a safe spot like that. That is exactly what you want to do. You do not want to be crowded on people. There, I might have potentially clipped someone, but be careful. That's the biggest thing for melee DPS is stepping away from the ad and surviving and making sure you don't kill anyone in that cleave. As you can see, I'm always trying to get a Soul Reaper on the ad to proc that 4 set. If I'm lucky and I Soul Reaper early enough, I can get 2 off. Maybe the first one doesn't get the proc, the second one does. You're only going to pass well on this boss if you can manage your Soul Reapers correctly. Now, I have bomb limb here with no cooldowns, because if I have bomb limb here, my bomb limb will be up for when we have the execute phase with my army. I worked that out from prog. So I have bomb limb here, and honestly, my minions catch a little bit of that end of it, so it's not all that bad. But yeah, I get a freer bomb limb basically in the fight before army is going to be doing the execute damage. So that was my cooldowns again. The mage is going to block that, and the boss is already 45%. So we're really carrying along, and we're doing very good damage. We're at 15k DPS here now. The second ad spawns. Unfortunately, this ad, we have no damage for it at all. Again, I move away from the boss and the ad, stand in a safe spot and take it. Now you AMS the first application, so you can take the second. That is the combination of things there. AMS the first, so you can take the second. And cooldowns are coming back up here. Now, I'm actually going to use my cooldowns here because a bomb limb is not exactly up, okay? So I'm going to use my Dark Transformation in that. Even though army is about to come up, I only want to use it in execute, so that's fine with me. Now, this was really good here. I'm just going to go back a little bit. The raid leader calls for us to transfer to the other side. I instantly transfer to the portal gate, and I pet leap my pet over to us as well. This is why you need to manually have that shit. Like, you have to be manually controlling your pet leap, because you can do things like that. My pet now has higher uptime than someone that wouldn't have that on auto leap, because auto leap we're gonna get proc somewhere randomly. So really insane damage, and now we're in execute. I'm spamming Soul Reapers here. My my slappy hand's coming up in literally 18 seconds. So watch how I do this here. I go through the first one. The debuff is on me. My AMS is not up. So this is the first 3 overlap ring. Okay, now this one I move away from the boss. I'm in a safe spot. AMS. And then you're going to walk into the third as fast as possible with that AMS as well. You want to run away from the second wave as long as you can, potentially, if you think your first ad debuff is still on you. So you have to watch that. And then we're on the boss here. Now this is insane damage. This is my Army of the Dead, a bomb limb, Dark Transformation, Blight, and spamming Soul Reaper. Now watch me climb the meters here with the bomb limb hitting this ad. This is insane damage, and currently I am on track for the highest DPS pass for DK on this fight. The best is 14.2k, and I'm well on the way there with this damage, but I'm going to make a critical mistake, and this is something that I want to point out to you guys as to what happened here, so it doesn't happen to you in the future. So I'm on track. I'm doing insane amounts of damage, guys. I'm doing almost a K more than any other class in this raid. So really, really good damage here. Now watch this. The rings go out, and the ad comes out. I have Dark Transformation and Unholy Blight, and unfortunately, what's going to happen here is I run with the wave. Now that is where it all goes wrong. So it comes out, I'm in a somewhat safe spot, I move into my spot, and then I run with the wave. If I literally just ran against it, through it, or stood still, I would live, and that would be one of the biggest unholy passes. That would have beaten the current rank 1 unholy pass by about 1,000 something damage, all because of this one mistake. Now, up until this point, I have played the fight almost picture perfect. Like it's absolutely perfect how I played. This is that was retarded. So I should not have done that. That was very, very silly of me. Running with the wave there is just such a massive mistake. And honestly, I didn't know that running with the wave would cause it to tick. I did not know that until I reviewed my VOD. So I will never be doing that again. And I don't want any of you guys to do that again. So it's absolutely a shame. I currently have rank 2 for this boss on Unholy. I believe Biceps has rank 1. But
I was so far ahead on damage there, guys. It is very, very sad. I would have got it, and everyone would be like, "Oh, Unholy can do damage on Dausegne." So I will get that. I'll get that log eventually. I think I have the fight down in terms of the timings, the CDs, and now you guys have an insight into how I see the fight and how I use my cooldowns. So, yeah. I hope your prog goes well when you get to this. Unholy is a very strong option on this fight. I think you can play either Unholy or Frost. If your raid is having issues killing the ads, potentially Frost might be better for your raid, but pure single target, Unholy is the better spec for this fight. And this fight is going to become a meme with gear, like the fight timings. It phases very fast with good gear, so yeah. Unfortunately, could not complete the full boss kill with you here, but that is pretty much going to be the video. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time. See yous. Please give it a thumbs up.